Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a good day, and we're going to be making an ALS tier list video. I'd like to say I'm a pretty experienced ALS player. I'm level 31, I have almost every unit in the game, and I've gotten to use them a fair bit. I'm only missing Oshi, and even her, I have a fair idea of where I think I should place her, so we'll just jump right into the tier list. Okay, well, welcome back. Let's jump right into the tier list after that little discussion I had with you guys. We'll start with Burning Hero. He's good. He's a good starter character. He applies burn. Good legendary. Luffy was my first legendary. He's good. He applies burn later on in his like stage, and he has a Conqueror's Hockey ability that slightly stuns enemies for a little while. Our first Celestial of the tier list, we have uh, Saitama. He's meta for infinite. Little pricey. Does a lot of damage. Very comparable to some other high damage dealers. You get like a good trait on him. Maybe like Overlord or All Seeing. Some other trait, even some mythical traits. He'll do you good. Code Adult. He's amazing. He's very pricey. He has a very slow attack speed, but he applies cripple, which means he slows units down. He's a very good support unit. But, I can't recommend him for story or for infinite. Flame Alchemist, he's meta for infinite. He is a very good character, one of the best heal units in the game, probably the second best, if not the first best. He applies burn. He's another burn unit, and he'll do you good. He'll do you good. Does a lot of damage. Very affordable. We have Oshi. She is a meta for infinite character. She is the most expensive farming unit in the game, but she also increases the range of your units. While I don't know for sure, other games like Anime Adventures, they had where Oshi would increase your damage, and I believe that this game will probably add that too, but do not take my word for it right now. That's not how she works yet. She gives you money, and she increases your unit's range. Next up, we have Guts. He's a story meta. Very affordable character. He's priced at about no, not 1,000. Excuse me, 800. If you have another unit, you can place them, get a little bit of farm, place Guts. He'll just carry you through the rest of the level. Great damage. He has a bleed unit. He'll do you great. He'll do you solid. Nothing wrong with Guts. Great unit. We have Whitebeard. He's amazing. None of the mythic units, no units above legendary is going to go below amazing. He's a very good unit, does some DPS, but he has nothing like no pushing quality that you'd like to make him, go up. So I'd keep him at amazing. Yami, he's a story meta character. He costs only 600 and does some very good DPS. He could carry you through the whole story. Great first mythic to have. Great character. Make sure you you join the ALS group on Roblox, and you'll get an extra $100 to start with, and you will be able to place Yami right from the get-go, no hassle. So make sure you do that, and with that, Yami's a great unit. Speedcart, I'd say he's story meta. He's also great for infinite. He's a cheaper farm unit than Oshi Idol, but he's arguably the best farm unit in the game. They can alternate. Oshi's probably better for, infinite, but Speedcart is better for story. So Speedcart, he's fairly priced. He'll just get your money. I mean, there's nothing much to talk about, farm units. And as we finish up the farm units, we'll throw Pride in there as well. Pride Knight, good unit, good farm unit, great unit to start with. He'll do you well if you don't have any of the other mythics, or Celestial. He'll do you good. Nothing wrong with him. Just a decent farm unit. Then we have Boku SS. He was my second legendary. I used him as my heal unit for the longest time until I got Sukuna. He's a great unit. I mean, not great. He's a good unit. He'll carry you if you don't have another heal unit. Yeah. Then we have Rika. She has that push factor right there. She's a meta for infinite character. Not a lot of damage on Rika, but she has a very great trait. which is freeze. She freezes enemies on hit and like completely freezes them in place. She's the only unit that can do this. There are units that can do similar, but this specific one, she can only do that. Very good unit to keep units in place to freeze. Next up, we have Itachi. I'd say he's amazing. Maybe story meta. I'd say maybe story meta. Itachi's a good unit. He has an ability, I think it's called Dark Flames or something. He gets good damage, reasonably priced. Can't go wrong with Itachi. And we're going to blow through the rest of these legendaries. None of them have like too much pizzazz to them, I guess you could say. Except Zenitsu when we get to him. Byakuya, good. Namek Warrior, alright. Uryu, alright. Vegeta Super, alright. Grimjaw's good. Zenitsu, he has an electrifying effect. It's a unique effect that stuns enemies as well as does damage, I think it is, to them. So it's interesting, but I doesn't really push him to amazing. I'd probably say he's the top of good. Sukuna, big leagues here. He's meta for infinite, meta for story, best unit in the game, arguably. Great unit to have. Definitely summon for him if you can. And he has an Evo, making him even better. So, definitely get Sukuna. Hands down. Yamamoto. He's a meta for infinite. Good damage, but he's very pricey. He starts at 1.56k. He was my first mythic. I used him for a while, and I mean, I could still use him now. He applies Burn, which is a very good status effect. It does 2.7 times the damage that the unit does. So, like, if your Yamamoto is putting out 60k damage, and he hits a unit, and he hits an enemy, that Burn will apply 2.7 times 60k over 4 seconds. I hope I explained that, well enough. Not the best at that, but he's a good unit. Gojo, story meta. Oh, Wind Pillar. Gojo, story meta, infinite meta, probably the second or third best unit in the game, just off of support. He's an amazing support. He's the best support unit in the game, I should say. He stuns. It's very similar to Rika's ability, but different because it like procs different effects. Like freeze can only hit one enemy a certain amount of times for over a certain amount of seconds, but stun can double it up. So it's a different thing. Very good unit is all you need to know. Does some good DPS. Will serve you well. Wind Pillar's Eye. That's my tier list. I feel that I might have went a little too fast, but I'm new to this. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day and stay awesome.